Russia, the main company. So right now within this room, we actually have 3,000 pieces. Alright, 3,000 pieces running. So I think next month onwards, so behind the room, we are going to sell another room as well. So right now you're looking at this room itself is 3,000 pieces. So as you know that from our presentation, you know that one booster we can actually support up to 20 or 25 mining machines. So right now we're actually supporting to what we call it the Bitcoin miners, okay? The Bitcoin miners and the big miners for big good and big man total up to 100,000. So big man itself in what was it called in Laos, they actually have more than 1 million mining machines. Okay, so this is actually telling you that originally for Bitcoin miners, okay, what's the daily income, what's the daily electricity is going to cost for them. Okay, so with us, this booster, one booster we can support up to 20 pieces. So you actually lower down the power, okay, higher efficiency. Okay, it's very straightforward. So what we do is this room actually we put it off and we online link back the data to the mining machines. So they actually give you the higher rate, which is what Trev actually explained to you. So you don't physically need to be there. So we put it here because like we said, we actually locally partner with FinStable. So FinStable actually local partner with the Thai government. Okay, so this is actually telling you Bitmain how many mining we are supporting. Be good, which is the one we mentioned in Dallas, Texas. Okay, so this is telling that what happened to this room. So basically this up to 3,000. Now this the 1,000 is still on standby mode. So each of the booster come with their own serial number. Okay, with all their serial number. So they will know which one is working, which one is not working. They'll come on notification in the same time. So when the booster is disconnected, there's 3 parties going to receive what we call it notification. This room in your phone, okay, your CRM, okay, your right arm back end, and the other one is our main HQ. So they need to solve it immediately to avoid your passive income. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so I will pass it to TC.
Okay, explain this.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is S9 is an antique mining machine, high cost, high consuming of power, noisy, okay? So with this booster, like I said, one booster can actually support up to 70 to 76 hash rate per second. Okay, so it divides into 20 miner at the same time. So if I put it in right now, you see, I've set it 33057. This is what I showed you earlier. So immediately you see from 13, 14, it go up to 17, 18. Yeah. Because one booster you can support up to 20 or 25 miners. Okay, so if I take this out again, we disconnected. So I put back, just now was 57. Now I put to the 58. So it will start running too. See, accepted 33058. So that's how they work. So behind it,
and that's the block.
Yes. So whenever they collected the data, they will all send back to the mining farm. That's where they do their job. Yeah. So our job is to make sure we sell as much as possible to get more BTC.
Yes.
Alright, so let me explain again. See, 13, 14, 13, 14. One, you put it in, you can go up to 19, 20, 19, 17, 19. Yes.
Nice.
And welcome to all of you. I know some of you have heard this before, but for those who are not familiar with this, we will get started now with an introduction to the investment thesis of Bitcoin. We will introduce the Right Arms Project community leaders, specifically Dr. Jeffrey. We will talk about the MINERX technology, and then we will wrap up with the numbers and the financials. So my name's Trev. I'm Business Development Director. Today we'll be discussing this brief slide presentation for about 5-10 minutes about MINERX, which is a Bitcoin mining project, Bitcoin mining boosters. It's a great combination of technology. So just going to start off by saying here that Bitcoin is digital gold. It's the only global currency not controlled by any state or government. It's legally recognized by 119 countries. It's the only asset class that seems to be has a counter relationship versus a co-relationship, an inverse relationship. So it fights markets trends. And as you can see here, it is an asset class that is being traded by 100 million people just on Binance every month. So it's continuing to grow. And as you guys can see from this slide, all the institutional money is now entering this economic cycle, this 4-year cycle. Thousands of companies are using it to receive as payments. And then you can see all of the politicians and celebrities are fully behind it. So it's here to stay, and it's only going to get bigger. Now, this is a slide that came to be quite important. As you guys can see here, all-time highs. So it's a 4-year cycle down to the very month, from November of 13 to December of 17 to December of 21, and then potentially December of 25 next year. So you guys can see every 4-year cycle there's a new floor. So these are all sort of economic tailwinds to show that the investment thesis right now is another strong signal that now is the time to be into Bitcoin while the prices are still suppressed. And then here it just shows that Bitcoin's already more powerful across the globe than silver as an asset class, more valuable. It's going to eventually take out Microsoft, Apple, and NVIDIA for number 2 slot, and then it will only have to beat gold itself at number 1. So Bitcoin will basically have to go above 200K or somewhere between 200 and 300K, and then it will knock out gold to be the number 1 asset class on planet Earth, which is not bad, being a technology that was only born back in 2008, 2009. And so now, with that out of the way, the investment thesis to lay the foundation, now we are going to talk about Dr. Jeffrey and the Right Arms Project. So as you guys can see here, founded in 2018. It was originally focused on gaming and all the things related to NFTs and GameFi. It's, of course, it expanded to DEXs, specifically Uniswap, all of that great technology. So it's Web3 focused. It is a DAO, which we will make clear on the last slide of the presentation about all the sales leaders and team leaders. And it's just continuing to focus on the best upcoming projects or best current projects, which we will detail in just a second on a follow-up slide of the roadmap thus far. About me, I've been in Asia for about 12 years now. I've been in blockchain since 2017. I've worked with many blockchain projects, most recently with a lot of casino stuff and gaming and tokenized gambling sort of things, NFT stuff as well. But then on the venture capital side, with former employers during the pandemic, I was working with some traditional fundraisers for Series A, and then some private equity stuff and equity fundraisers. But as you can see on the bottom of the slide, the last year and a half has been quite crazy with the parent company, Assembly of Gods, being conceptualized only in 2022, and then everything really getting going last year, 2023. So specifically China, of course, Vietnam, some other markets to activate investors and get them on board with the vision of building out an ecosystem, leading up to what we're going to talk about right now with MINERX. And this gentleman, some of you folks may know, has a very strong reputation in this region. And then he's been in network marketing for almost 20 years. And he's been a recent addition to the Right Arms community. These last few, since really last month when MINERX got started. So we're very happy to have welcomed some of his folks. His community, I mean. And then now, most importantly for the introduction here, would be Dr. Jeffrey himself. As George noted, this is Dr. Jeffrey's Zoom. We'll continue to host these calls twice a day. That might be scaling up into other languages as well. But you can see studied in the United States at Harvard, received a PhD in finance technology, has been working in network marketing for more than 10 years now, has worked with listed companies, and taken companies to a 2000X, as was the case with AIQ Limited as a shareholder and director. As we will show you in just a second, back in 2018 with project number 1, Uniswap was really the beginning of Right Arms. and it's a project that continues to pay out to right arms today for many people that got engaged back then. So that's a very good case study and example of being able to earn passive income over time by uniting yourself and getting on board with projects very early that are going to be super successful. So community masternode holder, as well as, let's see here. Yeah, 7 million community members are over the years across many countries. A very large NFT collector here in Asia for Bored Ape Yacht Club, among others. Has consulted the immediate past Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, in Canberra, Australia. It continues to liaison with Scott Morrison and other members of Parliament today regarding blockchain. And then most importantly for Dr. Jeffrey, which he likes to stress for everybody, is that he has personally helped bring 100,000 plus folks from around the world to achieve $1 million lifestyle status. So hopefully you guys can understand that this is the Dr. Jeffrey's goal for many people if they want to join the Right Arms community. So this gentleman has been helping out for many years now, is very busy now these days in China and other countries, but hopefully you guys will be able to work with him very closely, ideally. Then this gentleman is taking over Vietnam this calendar year as the data center opens, and has been dealing with Dr. Jeffrey for nearly 20 years in a professional and personal relationship. So they have a lot of overlap across some projects over the years. And very thankful for him for taking the lead in Vietnam. And then as you see here now, what has happened really since 2018, as you see at the top, way up top with Uniswap, and then Compound, Polygon, Matic, Axie Infinity during 2020, 2021. That was very big for me. I was following it very closely because it was really such an anomaly, but it ended up being super huge. Specifically in Philippines and Vietnam. And then you can see most recently 2024 and 2022 with AOG. These are the projects ideally, if people join today, for the team leaders that joined today, these are ideally the projects that will begin to start paying out. And 2 years down the road, people can look back and say that these were the projects that started some more passive income, certainly hopefully with MINERX. So that hopefully provides you guys with a strong understanding of the track record and trying to build out country leads, team leaders, all those sorts of things under the umbrella of Right Arms Project. Okay, so now as we focus on the business model, we are now zooming in on MINERX. And as you guys can see here, hopefully you guys can see that the last few years has been really quite a wonderful adventure of getting initial injection of capital and then scaling it and introducing, referral marketing and those sorts of other monetizing elements to including NFTs and other fundraising mechanisms, gamification, et cetera, on the app. The app at one point had many games, that the people could be playing at all times at initial launch. So now, as of just about 6 weeks ago, I guess, about 6 weeks ago, became official the MINERX partnership, which was an official signing ceremony, launch ceremony here in Phuket, Thailand. 10 million capital injection carve off to go right to MINERX. So it's going to continue to reinvest in MINERX. So now with that all secured, specifically intellectual property, exclusivity, all of the other wonderful things that come with having that IP and distribution rights. On the right side of your screen, you can see that data center number 1 for MINERX. There's 3,000 MINERX devices that are hosted on the 3rd floor of this building. This is called BTC1. There's a building called BTC2 in the back, which is a much bigger building where they host events and similar. 2 acres of land. It's a $20 million investment. It's a Thai government piece of land. There is a real estate component to it. They're building a hotel also on the side called Bitcoin Hotel. So there is a landlord that is, a real estate focused to try to monetize and work with blockchain as an investment thesis that the Thai government is fully behind, doing central bank digital currencies and doing airdrops to every citizen that has a national ID card. So the interests are aligned, and we're very, 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 very honored and privileged to be able to work there every day and drink coffee there every day, as you see on the ground Oh, the ground photo. The ground photo of that was interesting. Okay. So moving on. Now, this is the business model. And this, it's hopefully very clear here from what you see here is that there's going to be the mining accelerator, which is, of course, us, MINERX, the accelerator, which is a combination of not just hardware, but more importantly, the software, which is running through software provider. They're actually based out of Europe. So it's not just the hardware. And also need to make it clear somewhere in this presentation, because it's always, the questions always comes up is are these USB devices for retail sale that people can plug in at home? Of course, the answer is no. And these are not plugged in directly to the mining rigs, wherever they are. They are boosted remotely via data centers. But we need the mining farms to be on board. So that's the key to have negotiated and get the confirmation of the mining farms. In our case, it's one facility in Dallas, Texas, United States, and the other one in Laos. And there will be site visits in the month of November to both Dallas, Texas, and Laos for Right Arms Project team leaders and community leaders. Specifically, a lot of the people in the last few weeks have already hit their sales targets, so they've won free tickets to go over there to Texas and enjoy a wonderful site visit over there. And so, let's see here. Just checking. Okay, so competitive edge is, of course, boosting global mining farms while reducing costs, increasing productivity. So we'll get right now in these few slides about the tech, about how the tech works, and then the business model again is the profit sharing. So the miners get some of that profit. The people that are boosting, that are paying for the contracts, are getting some profit. So splitting those dividends, and ideally everyone here on this call as a participant in the project is a member of the Right Arms community, and then they will be able to even have larger dividends paid out to them if they have built a large sales team. So that's the logic here. So some of the people on this call are already sort of signed up, so they can attest to the fact that once you receive your referral code and your email confirmation, you will then have the ability to onboard and purchase your first device. You can rent many devices at the same time, and then you can see that once you've logged in, you'll be able to see where your device is boosting, whether it's Texas or somewhere else. And then, of course, most importantly, on the right side of your screen, when you're looking at Bitcoin, you can see the transactions. You can trace it on the blockchain, and you can also collect your Bitcoin or swap your Bitcoin. So I've got some answers to some of Aaron's questions we can discuss on the Q&A after the finishing of these slides. So now, and then, of course, most importantly also for this slide is that once you have enough Bitcoin, you do have the ability to transfer your Bitcoin off of your wallet onto your exchange, your preferred exchange, whether that's Coinbase or Binance. So it's all of that is possible with your account. So you can log in every day and watch yourself grow, depending on how active or passive you want to be. So it's really trying to be that simple, that straightforward. Via referral links and just having an email address to get started. Okay. So we're just trying to say here that renting is much better. It's a much better, much more straightforward and less overhead, less risk, much less expensive business model. So it's a rental contract. It is not for sale. It is not for retail sale. You cannot take one home with you. You are renting them via our data centers, wherever they will be. Thailand, Vietnam, elsewhere. So then now for the tech, we're just trying to make it quite simple here and let you guys know what's going on. So you can see that traditional computation would handle one binary state, which is limited storage. And then with quantum bit technology on the left, you can see it can handle multiple binary states so you're going to get much more storage and computational efficiency. So yeah, quantum superposition, stored and processed simultaneously in different states. And then you can see here, optimized algorithms. So AI hash filtering. So AI tech enhances algorithms to predict and filter repetitive hash values for improved mining efficiency. So hopefully it's clear here that what would be computed over and over is now essentially deleted, or it is not repeated. So there is some subtraction and deletion, or essentially non-repetition of calculations being done over and over, which will speed up every block that is mined. And MINERX is focused on that. So the end result would be on-chain execution, mining machines, and a speed improvement ranging between 100% and 300%. So in conclusion from the tech, you can see at the top of your screen here, it's enhancing computational efficiency, and what most people really want to focus on is the actual output, which can be effectively increased by 10 to 30%. So with a combination of AI, big data, and quantum computing, and a bit of smart neural network learning, and the subtraction between historical hash value aggregation and invalidation of hash filtering, you get other algorithms which increase mining output. So these are the strategies being utilized by MINERX and all the software being run behind the scenes. And then it's a little bit repetitive, this slide, to reiterate the mining business model and the mining collaboration, because it'll be clear in the next few slides, but just wanted to make clear also that MINERX is compatible not just with ASICs, but it's compatible with GPUs, specifically Ethereum Classic, in addition to Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Monero Dash. Bitcoin Cash, of course, is Bitmain after the fork with ASICs, but there's many other top 20, top whatever tokens that are very, can be boosted as well with MINERX. Okay. Now we are wrapping up here with the financials. So before we get into the contracts and the ways to monetize, just wanted to quickly show you on this slide what's going on in the bigger picture. So of course we have the legacy app project that's been building and building and building the ecosystem, and now MINERX since last month, and the MINERX as you see in the middle, which the tech we just talked about. So BitGood is located in Dallas, Texas. There are 4 different sites that the sales leaders will be going to in November, early November, for a site visit. And then you can see it's a 50-50 split on the far right of your screen and on the bottom of your screen. And then you can see on the bottom left of your screen, the 50% that's not going back to the miners in Dallas, Texas would be subdivided. 60% would be straight up Bitcoin to each MINERX device distributed as such. And then 30% is held back to incentivize community leaders and sales leaders and those large teams, and then 10% is a carve out for continued research and development and continued reinvestment in the project itself, and other contingencies if there need be. So now, as we wrap up here, we got 2 contracts. We got 1,000 USDT, which is a full single contract, and then we have 100 USDT, which is a shared contract, and that will be something that we're probably going to be pushing very hard in Vietnam and Philippines. The 100 USDT contract, just so people can get their foot in the door and start to smell the profits. So the exit mechanism is officially 2.9x. So 1,000 USDT would end up being 2,900 USDT, and that's when your contract is terminated and comes to term. And if you invested 100 USDT, your contract will come to term once you've earned 290 USDT. You see in the middle here the compatibility, all of the machines that are compatible, which is essentially almost all of the mining rigs that are still used today. You see the terahash per second, you see the acceleration efficiency, and then of course you see the daily profitability for one full MINERX, which ranges between 0.0007 and 0.0002. So George at the beginning of the call mentioned that's anywhere between $4 and $12 in that range. So if you choose right in the middle, that's about $8 at current prices, because it is calculated every 24 hours, depending on the USDT BTC price. So if it's 60K right now at midnight in Manila, or 11 p.m. here in Thailand, or 9 a.m. in California, or 12 noon in New York, depending on that time zone, then it would be exactly at that time that you see, if you had mined 0.0007 and it was only $4 right at the low end, at current market prices, you'd be allotted that 4.25 or 4.5 USDT going towards your contract. And then tomorrow, if you were to mine on the high end of the spectrum, for whatever reason, 0.0002, you would be allotted $12 or $13 for that second day of mining. So it's all about the price of Bitcoin as the variable, and the other variable, of course, is you can see on your MINERX device exactly how much you were able to mine in that 24-hour window. Okay, so hopefully with that out of the way, We're going to reiterate here that this pie chart represents the same thing we just talked about on the bottom left corner here. It's the exact same mathematics. So the 60% is pure Bitcoin, but then that additional 30-10 is held back for bonuses and management fee. So now with this case study, one contract over 4 months is going to yield you 0.018. And then if you assume a market price of 80K, right now it's 60K, your paper profits is 1440. And then of course, 60% of that would be 864. So you've pretty much broken even your 1,000 USDT investment after 4.5 months. But if you look at the next example on the second row at 10 contracts, a lot of our Chinese investors are doing multiple contracts at once these last few weeks. We see that already. They will get many, many contracts. And let's assume that they go for 4 months. 10 contracts will yield you 0.18 Bitcoin over those 120 days. But if you assume a market price of 150K and you've held on your Bitcoin for those 4 months, then you will have a paper profit of 27,000. And then, of course, 60% of that would be 16K. So you've already broken even far before 4 months. You've already broken even perhaps 2 months in because Bitcoin price is so high. So that's how you measure your contract. So you can just see, even without having developed a downline or any referrals, if the Bitcoin price keeps going higher, you're naturally going to have your contract expire much faster as time goes on, because the market price is going to go up. We assume from our the first few slides, you guys saw all of those market cycles. So that is part of the investment thesis, that Bitcoin will eventually go up very soon, as it has done many times before during a 4-year cycle. Now, in conclusion, Right Arms Project started in 2018, and Right Arms Project has had the same 3 bonuses. There's a referral bonus, there's a same rank bonus, and there's a matching bonus. So now, as we wrap up here, this is the final slide. Most of your questions are probably going to come from this slide. So let me just give me 1 more minute to hold your hand here as we wrap up the financials. So if you come in, you will be coming in as a member, as you see in the top left corner. If you refer your friend as well, you will receive 5% of that direct referral from your referral link. So if you refer 1,000 USD contract, 5% would be 50 USDT equivalent. And then you would also receive from that one referral from your friend, you would receive 5% of, it says matching bonus passive. It means Bitcoin daily mining. So you'd receive 5% of your buddy's daily Bitcoin mining. So for example, as George said, if you're mining anywhere between $4 and $12 per day, if we choose right in the middle, that's 8. So 5% of $8 is basically 30, 40 cents. So from one referral, you're still earning 30, 40 cents from one person every day. And that adds up quite fast. Now, if you wish to go up to level R1 and lock yourself into level R1, you need to get 3 direct referrals. You need to get a total of direct sales of 10,000, which directly stemming from your referral link specifically, and then group sales totaling 40K, regardless of how long that takes or across how many generations or layers, as long as there's an aggregate of 40K that can be traced back to your referral link from those signups. And then with the level 1, R1, you see here, you're still entitled to that referral bonus of 5%. You're entitled to the difference of 10% minus 5%. So you're entitled still to 5% of all passive daily Bitcoin mining coming from anybody below you, because you are now, as an R1, you have now earned that right for that 5%. And then you're entitled now from R1 up and on up to the third bonus, which is same rank bonus, which means new signups, new top-ups, other new incoming capital to the ecosystem. You're going to get 10% of anything that derives from your legs or your line, etc. So as you see, if you want to get from level R1 to R2 on the far right of your screen, same thing. You're going to need 3 legs, as they say in the industry, and then those people will continue to grow up. So the only way you're really going to be able to go from a standard member up to level R1 is basically 40,000 in sales. And so from level 1 to level 2, you're going to need to get 40,000 in sales times 3, which is about 120 something in sales in aggregate, right? As your downlines develop, because you just sort of multiply the first number by 3. Then as we note here, let me just clarify here, this is a contract, and so your contract is based on your earnings. So your goal would be to get from your $1,000 investment, your contract would end at 2,900. But as you see here, if you're signing up a lot of people for the referrals that are go back to you and the matching bonus, which is a daily passive income, and then if you actually get up to level R1, all of the active bonuses from your downline, all of that is aggregated to your exit mechanism. So in the middle here where it says 2.9x, it says dynamic and static combination. So everything is going towards your 3x, 2.9x. And then at the bottom of your screen, so look, let me make one more thing clear here. Your daily Bitcoin mining is 100% in Bitcoin, not USDT, not cash wallet. But on the final slide here, when it comes to your bonuses, as you see at the bottom of your screen, is 70% Bitcoin, 30% cash wallet. So when you log in, you have to top up 100 USDT or 1,000 USDT, and then you swap that for a one-to-one equivalent of cash wallet. So that 30% cash wallet that's held back is really ideally for most people to continue to top up or to gift or to use as a voucher. And you're free to gift it to other people and send within the ecosystem so they can sign up for a lot more discount because you'll still get those bonuses and income from them because they're using your referral link, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll eventually come back to you if you want to gift that a cash wallet. So with that being said, I'm going to now stop the recording. And then I'm going to open it up to questions.
There's a government behind it, so at least it feels safe. It allows a community to recover. I want to look at it in that way. So like I said, if you're just an investor, then thank you very much, because I'm not here to share about how you invest your portfolio or diversify your portfolio. But I'm here to build networkers who would like to have a product at this current point and able to reconjure all their network to one particular project for them to heal at least. Because a lot of networks out there have been hurt by a lot of Ponzi, a lot of scams, a lot of, so these are some things that is already happening for the last 2-3 years. So a lot of networkers, a lot of big time leaders previously have this issue right now that they cannot conjure their members because a lot of projects are very intangible right now. And it all sounds the same. Probably 15%, 20%, 30% ROI, even some do 100% ROI a month. Okay? So it's very intangible. Hence why I want to use MINERX to conjure all these community leaders together to use MINERX to heal. So at least you understand the technology, your investors can see it, your team leaders can build with it, and then that's how when after these 2 years, when the Bitcoin hype is over, the bull run's over, at least your community has cash flow. The biggest problem right now with a lot of network leaders right now is they have people, but their people have no cash flow. So and too many products out there that they cannot see it. I mean, native user can never understand what you're doing. Too Web3 or either too blockchain, too decentralized. But right now, MINERX is a more, I would say, traditional industry because they're tapping into mining. Mining has been around since 2012, 2010. People bought pizza with Bitcoin, and you do not need to educate them what is Bitcoin. They may not trade Bitcoin like me.
Okay, Jeffrey.
There you go. See, I'm on mute right now. I was all the while muted. Hey, Paul. Hey, everyone. I'm Professor Dr. Jeffrey Gan. I'm currently now still in Malaysia. Tomorrow I'm heading out to Phuket. So, yeah, forgive me for not having a suit on right now because it's been a very long time since I have a suit on. Unless if I'm going into the Parliament House or if I go to meet, even if I meet very important people, I'm now very casual because I've been a cryptopreneur since 2018, and I've been in the Web3 space and also assisting a lot of blockchain ecosystem to pivot, to build using my community at this current point. And yes, it's great to meet all of you. Hope to see you all very soon. So MINERX is what conjure us together right now. So yes, our community has been a closed and private community since 2018. So it's very difficult for us to be public. So at this current point, we are using MINERX, this particular project, to open our doors to alliance with multiple new community globally. And also because this is a more tangible project, and basically it requires some leaders to actually go and see it, experience it, experiment with it, and it's provable. So that's why we are able to forge even stronger bonds and friendship and relationship together. So yeah, and I believe that we're not educating the market with newer ecosystem or newer token. We are right now we are actually doing the king of the token, which is Bitcoin. So pretty much this platform or this project is designed to onboard Web2 and native investors and users and participants or the community that we can use this opportunity to grow and to onboard our native user towards either a gateway towards the Web3 space, either the blockchain era or the AI era, you know, big names. But like I say, keep it short and simple. It's basically it is what it is. It's in mining industry. So mining industry has been around since 2009, since Satoshi, the creator of Bitcoin, forged his first Bitcoin on chain. That's the start of blockchain. And until today, it's still one of the biggest industry. But to enter this particular industry, your minimum entry level right now is $1 billion. To run or to build a mining farm, it takes you at least a minimum $1 billion to build a farm right now. Okay, but think back in 2000 in the year 2010, 2011, any CPU, any laptop can produce 1,000 Bitcoin a day. That's the benchmark at that point of time. Okay, and in 2017, just by having just by investing $1 million to $10 million, you can already have a gigantic farm. Okay, but until today in 2024, to operate a farm, you need to have large power supply. You need to have your own power plant. You need to have your own power regulator. You need to compete with the biggest hashing mining pool in the market. So the difficulty is really high and the benchmark is really high right now. So MINERX as an intermediary for you to able to enter the mining space. And we are providing services towards the mining farms, the huge mining farms that spend billions of dollars to build. We are their service provider to enhance and boost their mining machine to be more efficient so that they produce more Bitcoin using the same electricity cost, and we get a split from them. So this industry at least is not in the billion range, but it's still in the multi-million dollar range. So MINERX parent company invested $10 million last 2 months just to scale MINERX to have at least to able to produce 500 booster daily right now. And our community on board by helping them to crowdfund. Last month alone, we crowdfunded, we have rented out 12,000 boosters in the market right now. So it also means that we have already raised $12 million for MINERX, and they are having their new facility, their new manufacturing facility factory that is already completing in the next 2 weeks, and we can up the production to around 2,000 booster a day, manufacturing 2,000 booster a day. So hence, our community has a commitment towards MINERX that we will help them scale by end of December to at least minimum have 100,000 booster in the market. So 100,000 booster also means that in this current stage, is per booster is able to boost to attain 0.00015 on average Bitcoin per day, that 100,000 booster will compute to 15 Bitcoin a day. If you multiply that by 365 days, our community alone will produce at least 5,000 to 5,500 Bitcoin per year, per annum. And if we in the span of 2 years, we average out around 300,000 booster. It also means that we have accumulated around 15,000 to 20,000 Bitcoin for these 2 years within our community. If Bitcoin is an average of $100,000, our community in general, in a whole, will have at least minimum $2 billion in cash flow. Okay, and we are, if in terms of Bitcoin, we will at least be a whale in the Bitcoin crypto industry. So I would like to put it in this way. I would like to invite everyone to join this revolution. Maybe you may not trade Bitcoin, or you may not understand about Bitcoin, but I'm very sure you definitely want to have a Bitcoin. It's example as gold. You may not trade gold daily. You may not trade gold yearly, but you will definitely want to have gold in your investment portfolio. So basically, Bitcoin is right now, the old money is in it, the new money is in it, the legacy money is in it, the political money is in it, the country's money is in it, the political view is talking about it, the social media, the new media, the old media, all is talking about Bitcoin in these 2 years. So it also means that Bitcoin is at its bull run. So with having that bull run, we are leveraging on the environmental factor of the whole globally right now, the whole global environment factor, when every single country right now is regulating it. And by regulating it, meaning that they are onboarding a lot of old money, a lot of legacy money into the ecosystem. And if we catch this opportunity, or we're in this opportunity in this very fine 2 years, we can ride that wave and increase, or either duplicate our portfolio to where we were, where we want it to be in 2026. So basically, I'm going into Professor mode again. So Professor mode is going to be very technical. So we don't have to go so technical. Okay, like I always say, you know what it is. This is an iPhone, right? Okay, we may not know what's inside it. We may not understand how it works, but we definitely need it. So that is the difference for MINERX right now. Okay, you probably, after viewing just now that short video that Paul have played, you may not understand the technical part of it. Okay, but rest assured, we know we are all in this particular industry. We are specialists. We are professional in this industry, and when we saw it, we were excited. Okay, because they can prove it. The tech works. Okay, and it's spitting out Bitcoin every single day. Okay, just last month alone, I have my team alone, I've onboarded around $8 million in total revenue, in total sale. Okay, I made 17 Bitcoin last month. So that is the numbers that native users must know. Okay, if put it into a mathematics point of view, today one booster $1,000. Okay, if you liquidate your Bitcoin around $60,000 to $65,000, you are looking at around 15% per month. Okay, if you're liquidating your Bitcoin at around, if you accumulate your Bitcoin and you liquidate it around $80,000, you're looking at 20% a month. If you're looking at liquidating your Bitcoin at above 100,000, you are looking at a monthly interest of at least 30 to 40% per month. So in that perspective, it's a very lucrative investment. What are the risks? Okay, a lot of people ask me, what are the risks? Okay, then let me share with you. The risk is the mining difficulty. So every 4 years, there is a cut on mining difficulty. Or if there is more competitors that comes up to boost all these mining farms, all the farms are having the same hash power, then yes, our mining difficulty will increase, and the Bitcoin that we produce daily may decrease. But don't forget, when the production of Bitcoin decreases, the value of it increases. Okay, so to me, it's a very simple math. Okay, today, if you are not confident or you're not very wise in this kind of investment, go slow. Try it out. Try 100, 1,000, whatever you think that you can lose and plug between your teeth. That's about it. Okay. So like I say, the tech works, and I have vetted it, and I can vouch for it. I'm even on the PowerPoint slide. So I would put it this way: if I'm willing to put my reputation on the line. It also means that okay, today a bit of my reputation. If you know Malaysia is a very small country with a population of around 33 million population. Okay, I am the 9th Malaysian to got a PhD from Harvard, and my specialty is fintech. Okay, my major is fintech. Okay, and I'm the youngest marquee that's recognized by 3 kings of Malaysia. So if I'm willing to put my reputation on this project, okay, it gotta mean it. You gotta work something. Okay, so let if you have any question, please do ask. Okay, and let's shift on to the ask me anything.
Yeah. Well, listen. I want to thank you because you summarized my presentation there in a few minutes, and you were really talking about the technology. But the idea here is that the average person can participate and receive Bitcoin every day. Every day.
Yeah.
We've got a product here that's affordable, starting at $100 for a partial contract to a full booster at $1,000. That's affordable in most markets for people to get Bitcoin every day. And we know the technology works. We've proven all that. What the people might be interested in, Doctor, is more about you, what you've done in the past, your success with Ethereum and Uniswap, and you've done many other tokens as well. I believe you've done many of them. Could you tell us just something about your past in terms of raising money for projects like this?
Okay, so basically, our community started since 2018. Okay, since 2018, we got the opportunity at a point of time because of Vitalik. Okay, in 2018, end of 2018, I sponsored a blockchain event in Hong Kong, and at the point of time, I got the chance to have a meal with the keynote speaker, and one of them is Vitalik. So he introduced me. Cut the long story short, he introduced me Uniswap, and Uniswap basically was at the point of time, the founder of Uniswap, okay, is actually the ex-HP Hewlett Packard, okay. Global CTO. He gave up an 8-figure annual job to start off his own decentralized exchange. Nobody understand at the point of what is a decentralized exchange. In 2018, everybody was just got familiar with the centralized exchange like Binance, Huobi, OKEX at the point of time, Bitstamp. You know, so when the crypto world was just about to get used to the centralized exchange, to trust that you can trade your crypto on a centralized exchange without being hacked, without being scammed, without being robbed. Okay, but then the founder of Uniswap, okay, decided to start off a fully decentralized exchange using using a liquidity pool, and then Vitalik invested, okay, I would say take, okay, 200,000 Ethereum. At the point of time, Ethereum was $20 per piece. It was not a significant amount of money at the point of time. So 200,000 Ethereum into Uniswap liquidity pool, and of course Ethereum Foundation also backed the project up. And that's not it. Uniswap also attracted Siemens, you know, Siemens Group, the telephone Siemens technology. So Siemens Group. Yes, Siemens Technology, a global CTO to leave his 7-figure annual income job to join Uniswap to become the CEO of Uniswap. Until today, he's still the CEO of Uniswap. So when I did my due diligence, me and my few game buddies at the point of view, we were not a community at the time. We were just a gaming dude at the point of time. So we met the founder. We talked to the founder. He has big dreams, save the world kind of attitude, and he's very persistent. And he designed the tech. So he believes that everything should be not centralized control. Everything is decentralized control. Everything is governed by a set of rules, a set of smart contracts. And we believe at that point of time, and then he said that this is the proof that blockchain technology is giving back power to the people. So it sounds like a very bombarded, a very flamboyant speech and all that things. So we did a bit of beauty and we decided to jump on board. And then he said that if you can, and he's going to only issue 8 master nodes to the world. And if any community that can assist the staking or building of a liquidity pool of a minimum of 200,000 Ethereum, basically he will be gifting us the master node. So that was how we started evangelizing, we started marketing for him, and at the point of time it was quite lucrative because it's actually for free. You can actually do multiple missions and get free Uniswap tokens. So we use that free model of business to get a lot of people onboarded to do, and then we started up the peer-to-peer OTC kind of trading model, and then we get people to buy Ethereum. At the point of time was only $20, and then we tell people that Ethereum will go up to $1,000. It was very unbelievable at the point of time. Okay, people think we are crazy. Okay, so we say $20 will go up to $1,000, and people were like, "You're kidding me, right?" I was like, "No, it's going to." From the founder himself, he said it's going to $10,000. I'm just saying $1,000. So he's more crazy than me. So then we got people to buy a lot of Ethereum, stick it in the Uniswap pool. Per annum, you're getting 40% in API on APY, and basically we started it, and we have we use the same hierarchy. Actually, if you look at the comp plan right now in MINERX, we use the same comp model because we are getting 40% from Uniswap. So we use that to distribute it to all of our community members. So we had an idea of community, and because of my past, because of what I saw in the past in 2014 to 2018, I saw that a lot of companies comes and go. So we have this idea whereby we do not let's not be attached to all companies. Okay, because in 2019, mid of 2019, when I was in LA, Yuga Lab, the company that started the NFT Bored Yacht Club, they copied from they copied from Steve Aoki, CryptoPunk. They wanted us to also help them to market. So we were marketing 3 projects at the point of time. We also market another project under the Uniswap ecosystem, which is called G-Power, UniHash, Yearn Finance, a lot of because it's an exchange, so a lot of onboarding process towards a lot of new tokens that were using the Ethereum chain to launch their tokens. So hence we were doing multiple projects in 2018, 2019, 2020. So we came to a point that we have this epiphany that we will not be loyal to one particular company. We will duly the company, and we make sure that because we also see that different people like different things. Different people when we meet a customer, and if they only like if they do not like your project, then you lost an opportunity. So if you have multiple projects on hand at the point, and especially it was the crypto craze that time, okay. So having a lot of projects on hand does have its benefit that time. So and then it would, obviously a lot of people were not having a lot of bad experience in the crypto world at that point of time. And then in 2020, when the COVID came, when 2019, end of 2019, the COVID hit. On 2020, our community really pivoted because we went all full online. Every day I'm doing like 15 to 16 Zooms a day. Okay, or either we do Twitter Twitter Space at the point of time. We were doing Discord channel, we were doing YouTube videos, we were doing a lot of online marketing. So hence our community also grew because Uniswap in 2020 suddenly from a few dollars, less than a dollar, hit right up to $68 per piece. So it performed for those that did mission based to get Uniswap token. They got a 10,000x gap, and they sold it. When Binance listed, they sold it. The Huobi listed, they sold it. And after they sold, and real money came into their account, they got really fucking excited, and then they pushed even further. And then our community suddenly just spread like hotcakes at the point. So and in 2021, the NFT race came upon, and then our body NFT from just a measly $10,000, $20,000 worth went up all the way to $2 million per piece. There was like 1,000x, and then and averagely my community sold their NFT at around $300,000 to $500,000 in 2021 to 2022. So it was crazy at the point of time. So a lot of projects that we have supported went berserk in the year 2020 to 2022. So hence a lot of our founding father of our communities, okay, we call them the R6s, okay, they all made multi-million dollars. Some of them have hit $1 billion already. So and until today, our community has supported 15 projects, and all the projects are still in the top 50 coin market cap. So basically, we are having a very beautiful winning streak. Until even last 2 years, we were focused in an NFT GameFi a debt wallet project called AOG. Their token was issued at 3 cents, and their NFT was not worth anything at the point of time. But in 2 years' time, we helped raise $130 million for their project, and currently now their liquidity pool on Uniswap alone has already reached $26 million already. And their normal NFT right now is traded for around $5,000 per piece, and their token this year March was the peak at $8.50. Right now it stabilized back around 50 to 60 cents, but it was issued at 3 cents per piece last time.
Wow.
2 years ago.
That's that's a bit like the Bitcoin story, getting the pizza, at a 10-cent Bitcoin and it growing to 65,000 today. So to summarize, Doctor, this is a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. Yeah. There are currently about 55 plus what we call R6s in your community that have a voting structure. And you vet various projects like Uniswap and all the different cryptos and tokens that come on board. And after your vetting process, you share that with your community, and your community starts to swell and grow and benefit. So you've created over 100,000 millionaires. You've created some billionaires. And this current project of MINERX, which is engaging our community, you're saying we get paid every day in Bitcoin using the MINERX.
Passive and active, yes. Passive and active is being paid in Bitcoin. So this project is Bitcoin.
And the Bitcoin is coming from the mining pool that's generated off the blockchain. And that can be traced. Correct. Can that be traced?
Yes, it can be traced.
That's
fantastic.
Can be
traced.
That's fantastic.
So basically, like in Uniswap, we get paid in Uniswap. In Compound, we get paid in Compound. In Chainlink, we get paid in Chain. In BAYC, we got paid in APE token. So every project, AOG, we get paid in AOG token. So it's always the native token. So this project, the native token is Bitcoin.
Wow.
So that's why we are able to open our doors to alliance with more global community because everyone believes in Bitcoin. If you're in crypto, if you definitely believe in Bitcoin. So
Yeah.
basically, I would like to put it this way: it's easier to onboard or alliance with newer community or smaller community or even bigger community than us. We are easier for us to collaborate with them because it's Bitcoin. If I'm telling you it's another meme token or any alt token, probably you wouldn't have been interested.
Yeah.
But because it's Bitcoin.
The other benefit of joining your community is that we all know that technology changes. We used to have iPhone 5, 6s, 7s, 10s, 12s, etc.
Yep.
Technology changes, and this current technology, which is producing wonderful hash rate at the moment, it cannot last forever. You know, we can enjoy this bull run, but you will bring us additional products in the future that will give us
I will
2x.
I will bring your. I will say we will choose the next project together because I'm very sure in these 2 years you can definitely achieve R6 because with your kind of skill set, okay, like what I saw just now that you can do presentation, you can do sharing, you can host meetings. Basically, that's a skill set that leaders possess, and the fastest to achieve an R6 is 7 months. In our community, the fastest to achieve the R6 ranking was 7 months. So I'm very sure that a lot of leaders, a lot of community leaders that possess this kind of skill set and having their network that trust them for multiple years, that's how we can scale even faster. And then I'm looking at having additional at least 30 to 30. If 10 million is the benchmark, 10 million is one R6. So if you're going to do 300,000, that is $3 billion. Let me see. Yeah, $3 billion in sales. That means I'm going to have additional 30 R6s.
Wow.
Correct. So
Yes.
so by the end of MINERX, but let's say in 2026, okay, we will have at least 100 R6s that we will collaborate together. We will get the VCs to present. We will get the found. Okay, here's the thing: we only take projects from VC, private equity, or either trustee. Okay, so that is the most basic criteria that if a project wants to be onboarded to our community to be able for us to market, our community will not be the first one to invest because it's too high of a risk because we are dealing with people. Okay, so institutional investors must invest first. If they do their rigorous due diligence, they do their rigorous KYB process, and they have probably hundreds of people to vet the project and make sure that they do their market analysis, their SWOT analysis, and to make sure that this project and this product will have a potential of utility towards in the future. At least in the near 2 to 3 years period, they must that product that we are helping to scale or onboarding our community to must have the potential for native or secondary tertiary market to onboard in the future. Then only we will be marketing that particular project. Because you must understand tokens, if there is no utility, if everyone just want to make money out of it, it doesn't work. So the chart will go like that, up, and it goes down direct. That's what's happening to a lot of projects. So why you look at some projects like Tron, like a lot of like Solana, Aave, or either Polygon, or either even Polkadot, why their tokens are so stable? They can go up, gradually go up, they can sustain, they can maintain, and then they can pivot, and then they can come down a bit, and then they can sustain. Why? Because there is real time onboarded native users that is utilizing their ecosystem that doesn't talk about making money. If everybody is talking about making money, then that project will not work out in the long run. So you need to have real world utility in different sectors, different businesses, different industry that's utilizing their technology, their services, and then yes, as a community, we are in the front part. We help to scale. We help them to onboard users. We help them for the database. We get market awareness. because of our trade volume that's happening within our community, it attracts the secondary and tertiary market to onboard, and that's where we exit. And when we exit, we probably the token will have 1,000x lead. Or in the community, probably we make 20-30x, and that's good enough. Okay, it's a very successful investment already. For 2 years to 3 years, it's a very good investment already. And for market leaders like us, for community leaders like us, we make very good residual income along the way. And that's good because we help a lot of people to make money, and we make money. Good. So like I said, this industry is a business also. You have to look at it as a business. You don't look at it as a gamble. You don't look at it as something to get rich quick. Okay, it's not a get rich quick scheme. Okay, it's a proper business. If you look at it as a proper business, every Web3 blockchain company in the future will need community back up. We'll need a community to back them up. We'll need database to back them up. If you look at right now, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, what are all these youngsters making out of? Why are they doing videos? Because they need volume. They are also building their fan base, which is equivalent to community. And then they can transact that by selling products. So it's the same thing in the blockchain space, in the AI or fintech space, or even the Web3 era. It's the same. So just that our community is more financial inclined and more investor inclined and more business inclined than what the millennials are doing, which is dancing on videos, getting volume, singing on video, doing live session to sell products. So we are not any different, but we are using a proper structure, the word of mouth, the network marketing concept, and the community teamwork basis to actually help a product to scale, help a company to scale. And then we get very good revenue out of it. We get very good remuneration out of it.
Well, Dr. Professor, this is incredible, the wisdom you have, the business experience you have for such a young man, the success you've had, your relationship with the owner of Ethereum, or the founder of Ethereum, your brainstorming with the minds in the blockchain space, your success. We can benefit from your success. We can build this community together, and you will onboard us with future positive projects that we can make money years and years and years ahead.
We will combine all of our community strength. I am just a person. This brain is just one brain, but with 100 brains together with me, okay, we collaborate, and we are from different background, different industry, different culture, different knowledge. That's how we are able to solve any problem within our community. So every project will definitely meet a saturation point, or definitely will meet a problem at a certain stage. But we combine our strength, we combine our resources, we combine our wealth together, we solve one problem. So that problem becomes a very minute, small problem.
Wow, fantastic. Well, listen, we haven't discussed the compensation plan with our group. We're more interested in the technology and the product. Of course, the route to the product is the MINER X, but the product itself is Bitcoin, which we don't need any education on. Just to finish, we don't touch on the comp plan, but can you tell us, if you get to the first rank in the comp plan, and the second and the third, what kind of incomes can be achieved for those that wish to build a community?
If you're an R1, monthly, you're making around $6,000 to $10,000. Okay. If you're an R2, you're making around $8,000 to around $15,000. If you hit an R3, basically, if you organically hit an R3, basically you're making at least 20 grand a month. If you're hitting an R4 organically, okay, that means you didn't buy an R4, but if you organically hit an R4, your residual income should be around $40,000 to $50,000. So R5 a month is around 100 grand already, and then R6 your monthly will be at least 200 to 500,000. Or either like most of our R6s daily, they are making around $100,000
a day
residual.
Wow.
So basically, I make around an average. If you pull out my 30 days average, a day I'm making around $2 to $3 million
a day. And
yes, a day.
you're still getting paid from the previous projects you've done from 2018.
Okay, out of 15, there's only 6 that's paying us residual right now, because every company that we go into marketing for them, we will sign 1,000 days with them, so it's 3 years contract. So it really depends whether they want to renew our contract or not. If they renew our marketing contract, that means they're still paying us marketing fees. That means it's still considered residual. If they don't pay us, if after the 3 years they don't see because most of our community members will be holding their tokens or holding some sort of their notes, and if let's say they do not want to pay us marketing fee anymore, okay, then basically we won't get residual active income from that company, but probably they are still paying out passively, and the tokens is still growing. Hence, because we are holding their tokens, we are still getting a lot of remuneration from their platform. Okay, but there is still 6 companies over the 15 that is still onboarding us as their marketing arm, meaning that they are paying active income daily right now. They're still paying active income, like Uniswap is one of them. Last year, December, they renewed another 5 more years with us. So meaning that in the next 5 years, we will still be getting their residual income from our community that stake. Of course, they have a minimum target for us that they set, so that if we drop below a certain amount of liquidity, okay, then basically they stop paying out. But if we maintain, let's say we maintain $2 billion and above, okay, in our liquidity pool, basically they will still be paying out a Uniswap token towards all of our active members that have their members staking their Ethereum or staking their Uniswap token into the liquidity pool.
Fantastic. Well, listen, Doctor, I'm not going to take any more of your time. We've spent an hour with you today. We do appreciate you coming on board with us. We do.
Yeah.
We love to
Sorry,
hear.
just now I cannot make it because I know I rescheduled it 2 hours later because just now I'm still with another group.
No problem.
So,
we appreciate your time. We appreciate that wisdom. We look forward to working with you. And everybody, get your Bitcoin your MINER X ordered, because there's a queue. Doctor, isn't there a queue for about 4 days at the moment? Yeah.
Yeah, right now it's around 4 days. You gotta wait. So the waiting period for because right now there's a lot of people that want, and the manufacturing can't keep up yet. But in 2 weeks' time, once their new facility is completed, once their machine they can start producing more MINERXs per day. They can hit around 2,000 MINERX production. So then basically, if we scale bigger, of course, the factory will also scale as we scale, because we are crowdfunding for them to scale actually. So out of $1,000 a rental, $900 goes to MINERX, $100 goes to the referral bonus, paid out for the referral bonus, and basically that's how they are able to scale their manufacturing, scale their data centers, and maintain to keep up to our community speed.
Yeah. All right. But the message is get your order in now, so it's in the queue. So in the next 3 or 4 days, you're starting to receive Bitcoin every day. That's the game plan. Doctor, I'm going to leave it there. We hope you join us again on a future call. We appreciate your time, and I do appreciate
thank you for the presentation too, and setting this up. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I'll see you all very soon. Okay.
You're very welcome.
Have a great day.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Doctor.
Okay.
And I'd like to thank all our guests today for attending our presentation. I hope you find that beneficial. We had information at the first part, followed by listening to the man himself. A lot of experience, a lot of success, been making a lot of money, $2 or $3 million a day. My father always told me, if you find someone successful, stick to their shirt. Learn from them, copy them, work harder than them, do more than them, but learn from the experts rather than trying to work it out yourself. The beautiful thing about this technology, we don't need to learn anything. We rent the product, we get 2.9x return on that in Bitcoin, and it's just about getting more contracts in place for yourself, ordering more boosters, start with a small one, add more, and build up the Bitcoin amount you need daily to change your life and to enjoy the benefits of the upcoming bull run. So with that said, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all again for joining us. We'll let you know in the groups when we do this again. Thanks again. Goodbye. Have a good rest of your day.